So, hi Suma, hi Harinath, hi Prashant, hi Vikas, hi everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello everyone.
Yeah. Yesterday we have learned about the what is data and what are the components, what is the difference between the data analyst and also the business analyst. So now today we will understand about the data architecture, how does it work in the real time, okay? So let me share the screen. 1 second. So is my screen is visible to you all?
Oh, no, I think
Here.
it's coming up.
Yeah. So you can see it out with this image. So how the data flows to the business, right? So one, it will be, okay, let me. Yeah. So here you can see what is a data source basically. So there are 5 implementation steps of the data architecture. Okay. So the first, how the data comes to the organization, this you have to learn. Okay, so what are the ways of getting the data? There are many ways, like from the social media, we are getting the data from, and from the CRM, from the ERP, from APIs, and from HTML codes, from JSON files, and also all the social media, newspaper, websites, right? So these are all the forms, and these data are collected in a 3 ways. One is with the structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. You can see it out here. This structure understanding is very important for you. What is semi-structure, what is structured, and what is unstructured data. Okay, so here what is the second phrase we are having? One is data injections. So what is this data injections called as? In the sense, so now I have a data. I'm a data analyst, okay? I'm a data engineer, or am I a data scientist? So every domain deals with the same pattern out here. Okay, so here basically, so this is the data what we deal with. It comes from structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. So what the data engineer do? So here we are learning with the data structure along with the roles and responsibilities of here the data engineer. So he will be creating a batch in the sense on a sprint wise. So what are the data he has to take and he has to clean in the ETL tool. That is E, T, and L. What it is? Extract, transform, and load. Okay, so once he transform the data at the initial level, So all these unstructured data, what he'll keep that all in a table format, and he'll be recording in the RDBMS, NoSQL, and Hadoop file systems. It depends on the environment, what the organization they follow, the environment to store the data. It depends on it, but these are all the example where the data engineer stores the values. One is with the RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System. We have to understand the difference between DBMS. So what is the difference between DBMS and RDBMS? So here DBMS is nothing but Database Management System. RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. So basically in DBMS, what happens? We will store all the structured data and unstructured data both. Okay, so both will be in table format, but still we can store it all the structured way and unstructured way, both the database in one DBMS. So here when it comes to RDBMS, so it is this only we can store the structured data. Okay, so this is the difference between DBMS and RDBMS. So here NoSQL means what? So we can take an example for the Word document. Okay, Word document, we can take an example for it, and there is a NoSQL notepad also. Suppose you can take a notepad, and if you are daily recording in one single page of the notepad without any rows in the column, if you scroll up and scroll down, somewhere you confuses on the data what you have been recorded. Okay, so that happens, and this is head of file systems of a cloud type of the system what you can host on. So here I just want you to communicate with what is the cloud platforms and what is on-premises platform. So anyone have an idea on what is cloud platform and what is on-premises and what is hybrid? So hi Meenakshi. Yeah. Yes, Prashant.
So like in cloud platform, we actually build a system on internet or like external servers like AWS, GCP or Azure. But in-house premises,
Okay.
like we are building our system like in our premises, in our whatever the like where we are working actually. So we have a physical setup of whatever the system we have. And if we are building it on external sources like AWS, GCP, and Azure, it is an cloud system.
Perfect, perfect. So Prashant, is this your first demo class?
Yes, yes, my first time.
Okay. Can I have your quick introduction, Prashant?
Okay, I'm Prashant, and I'm actually currently working with IndiaMart. And apart from that, I have done my graduation and post-graduation from University of Delhi. And I am working from last 3 years with IndiaMart as senior executive. And apart from this, I have interest in like data industry, like data analytics and data engineering. So that's why I have joined this session.
Perfect, perfect. So thank you so much, Prashant. Yeah, so whatever the Prashant told, so as the cloud is nothing but it is a environment where we'll be working with the virtual machines and or whatever the machines which works through the internet, right? So we are having three different clouds. One is AWS, GCP, and Azure. So we can deal with the data on these cloud platforms as well, right? So all the cloud platforms, the work who will be doing, so the data engineer will be doing all those things. Also, he'll work for on-premises and the hybrid. So how, at what scenario will be working on it? The task need to be learned, right? So here the task and the jobs are: one, the client will be having a request for migrating from on-premises to cloud environment. And secondly, there will be a okay. So and also we will be need to integrate with cloud to different cloud. If in case you wanted to switch for AWS to AWS to Azure, Azure to GCP, like that also migrations can be done. If in case the clients request from hybrid level, they want on-premises data also, and they want cloud also to be hosted. So they can work on it. Okay. So these are all about the data storage platforms. What are we are having? So what happens next stage? The next stage, so now data is ready. The data engineer work is to gather all the outsourced data, the data sources, and he'll be arranging it in the warehouses. That is called as data warehouses. And now, so here, which will be stored in the real-time memories, and that will be viewed and used by the data analyst and data scientist. Okay, so here we are having the data engineer is done. So here, data scientist who do with the statistical analysis, who do with machine learnings, who do with predictive analysis, and also draw the graphs, and also he compute the views also, right? So along with that, what does data analyst will be doing? So basically, as we discussed yesterday, he'll be working on with descriptive and diagnostic analysis. He'll be working with the historical data, and he'll find the reason for that, and he will find out the problems for it. Okay, problems for the data. And after finding the problems, he will be working on visualizations, right? So he'll be working on creating of the dashboard, creating of the reports, visualizations, insights, and all those things. This basically the roles and responsibility comes for the data analyst. So what is the life cycle of the data analyst? This is very important. First, gathering of the data, right? And after that, we have to analyze it, exploring, and then first, after collecting, we will analyze and we will clean and we'll explore the data. After exploring, we'll find some insights. Whatever the insights we generate, we have to communicate that through the visualizations, right? So this will be the end-to-end life cycle of the data analyst. Along with that, we have to use the monitoring also, monitor of the data. So once the data is drawn, the decision is made, we should not stop there only. So continuous integrations and continuous, looking forward for the data is very mandatory. Right? So any doubts in this? And lastly, we have the big data governance. So what it is, whatever the flow we are seeing, data source, data injection, data storage, analytics, data consumptions, all these are working according to the business standards or not. So that integrations and the look after will be taken by the head of all the departments. So they will be evaluating the workflow of the data, right? So that is called as a governance. Governing bodies, we can call it as. So any doubts in this?
Eshwari, I have two questions here. So first one is, what are the example of ETL tool? You mentioned that ETL tool, right? So can you please give any of the example for ETL tool? Like what kind of ETL tools we are going to use?
Yeah. So here again, ETL tools for on-premises and for cloud platforms, both we are having. So if you wanna go for Power BI ETL tool, there will be a Power Query. So what we are learning in this curriculum. And there is Tableau ETL also. It is called as a Tableau Prep Builder. Okay, that also acts as a ETL tool. Some of the organizations, they'll be having their own open source ETL tool where we can load the data, we can clean the data, and again, we can transform it into the structured format.
So we can say that Power BI is one of the ETL tool, right?
Power Query is one of the ETL tool. Power BI is a visualizations business intelligence tool. In the Power BI, there is a component called as a Power Query that
Power
acts
Query.
as a tool. Yeah.
Okay, I got it now. Now,
Yes.
the second question I have, you mentioned that whatever data we gather from the different data source, it is stored
Mhm.
at data warehouse first, right? So, like, what kind of data warehouse we are going to use, and are we going to learn about any of the data warehouse in this curriculum?
We will learn how to write the query. So see, here you will not build anything from scratch. That data warehouses roles and responsibility will be done by the data engineer. So here the data analyst role includes how you will get the data from that warehouse for your analytics. Writing
Okay.
the query, writing the query, by writing the query, how we will fetch the data from the different warehouses, right? So for an example, you are working with Hadoop file systems or else the cloud platforms called Redshift, or else you'll be working with the S3 buckets. The data have been stored over all the places. So you want to fetch that, right? So how do you fetch? In Power BI, so there is a direct connection. If you are having the organizational password and the login access, you can directly connect with your Power BI with the data platforms like S3, Athena, and also you can connect with the warehouses directly. So I'll just show you
So,
with it what are the.
so Snowflake is the example of their data warehouse, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. Snowflake is a data warehouse.
Okay, so we are not going to learn about Snowflake, but we are going to learn how we can gather the data from the Snowflake, right?
Uh, Here we are using the data warehouse MySQL, not with a Snowflake.
MySQL. Okay.
Yes, the syllabus is for MySQL.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. So, yes. So, hi Vikas. So, I think this is your first day of class, right? So, can I have your quick introduction? Okay. So, fine. So, Praveen and Meenakshi. Hi, Meenakshi. So, are you there? Okay. So, yeah. So, I just, okay. So what are the tools we are going to learn over here? So basically, I have shared yesterday with the syllabus part with you. So one more time, let us take with the overview. Sorry. So we'll have an overview of it. So here, the context, what we are learning is the topic of data analytics, right? So here, data analytics, which is very important. So what are the tools which is very important? Excel, okay. And the database, we are learning with MySQL. And the programming language, we are learning with the Python. And for visualization tool, we are learning with the Power BI. And for version control systems, we are learning with Git and GitHub, right? So all these tools we are covering over here. Along with that, add on to this, right? Add on to this, we are learning AWS Cloud and Cloud Overview with S3, EC2, IAM, Athena, AWS Glue. So Glue is a ETL tool, okay, where you can clean the data, extract the data, and transform the data. And also it is also called as ELT. ELT means what? Extract, load, and transform. So why we use this? For data preparations, for analysis. Okay, so these are the things we'll be going to cover. And when it comes to the batch timings of the batch would be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, and all the recordings will be given to you. Recordings are provided, and real-time projects will deploy in GitHub. And do you have any other doubts? Anyone can unmute and ask. What about the placements, Praveen? So here DurgaSoft doesn't have a commitment for the placements, but I can give you all the interview questions on each topic. Interview questions I'll provide you, and also will help you with the resume templates. Okay, so resume templates will provide for the data analytics domain. Right, so these are all the benefits what you are going to have.
Quick question I have. Is there any difference between the my SQL Server and MySQL?
So no, both are same.
Both
SQL
are same.
and yeah, it is an alternative name. So some people will call it as MySQL. Some of them call it as MySQL. And there is a difference between MySQL and NoSQL.
No, no, SQL Server. I'm asking about the SQL Server
Yeah,
and MySQL.
server. Sorry, come again.
I'm just asking about the difference between MySQL and SQL Server. So is there any difference between these two tools, or like both are same? The working structure
No.
are same.
Yeah, it's same only. Yeah.
The same only.
Yeah. SQL works on the basis of the server. So to communicate with the MySQL server, so you'll be like installing with the MySQL workbench.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So fine then. So any questions? So tomorrow also we'll be having a demo sessions. So kindly join. And you have any questions or doubts, we can communicate over here on the call now.
Ma'am, will we be also using any NoSQL server as well?
No SQL. So we can try working on with the projects.
Okay, in project, so which database?
So for projects here, we have designed for MySQL only. So if there is a requirement, so we can also go through with the NoSQL if time permits after all the topics are done with the curriculum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, ma'am, like, is this only a course or any certificates is also really being provided?
Prashant, once you check with the management, so I think they will provide. So once you just check and confirm with them.
Okay.
Yes. Also, the fee details and the structure, everything will be communicated with the management only. I think in the chat box they have given you the number and the email address. Just message them regarding that. They'll revert you on it. Okay, fine then. So let's wind up for today and we'll connect tomorrow. Okay, so any doubts in the data architecture, the flow of data, how it works in the real time? Meenakshi, Harinath. So please reply with yes or no. Okay. So fine then. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. Harinath, Meenakshi, Rahul,
Sure.
Rupashri. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. So yeah.